Most people will never make it, not because they aren't smart, not because they don't have potential, but because they start every morning like losers. They wake up late, check their phone before they check their thoughts. They scroll before they sweat. They consume before they create. And then they wonder, why am I stuck? It's not your lack of goals holding you back. It's your morning routine. Let me tell you a quick story. 3 years ago, I met a guy at a quiet coffee shop in Austin, wore beat-up sneakers, plain black hoodie, looked like he just rolled out of bed. But this guy built and sold 3 companies, multi-millionaire, not loud, not flashy, just focused. I asked him, what's your secret? Is it mindset, business tricks, books? He sipped his coffee, looked me dead in the eye and said, nah, it's my morning routine. I win the first hour of the day, and that hour builds everything else. I didn't believe him, but I followed him for a week, and what I saw changed everything. Most people treat their mornings like leftovers, sloppy, lazy, no direction, but the most dangerous men in the world, the Navy SEALs, the CEOs, the fighters, the creators, they treat their mornings like war. This video is not going to give you fluffy, recycled advice like wake up at 5 a.m. or drink lemon water and meditate. Nah, this is about the unspoken discipline, the uncomfortable mindset shifts, the dark hours where you either build or die. This is the underground routine of high-performing men, and I'm going to break it down step by step, not just what to do, but why it rewires your brain to win. Most guys think the alarm clock is just the start of the day, but real killers, they see it as the first battle, not against the world, against themselves. The moment that alarm hits, you either rise like a weapon or you hit snooze and start the day in defeat. Here's the truth no one wants to hear. Every time you hit snooze, you're not just delaying your day. You're training your brain to break promises. Think about it. You said you'd get up. You made that decision last night. You chose growth, responsibility, structure. But in the morning, you fold. You break that promise in silence. And even if no one else sees it, you do. And that's how self-respect erodes. You think it's just 5 more minutes, but it's not. It's 5 minutes of self-betrayal. You know what I found after studying over 100 high-performing men? They all had this one trait. They got out of bed on the first alarm, not because they wanted to, but because they said they would. That's discipline. That's power. That's how you build momentum before the world even wakes up. So how do you win this first battle? Here's the 3-step process. 1. Set the alarm the night before and only once. No backups, no extra reminders. This forces commitment. 2. Put the phone across the room. Make movement mandatory. Get out of bed immediately. Don't negotiate. 3. Say one sentence out loud. I do hard things, even when I don't feel like it. That small ritual, it activates your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that makes decisions, not excuses. Do this for 30 days and you'll stop being soft. You'll stop lying to yourself. You'll stop folding. The guy who wins this battle every morning, he doesn't need motivation. He's already locked in because he doesn't act on feelings. He acts on identity. You're not a man who gets up early. You're a man who keeps his word. And that is a different beast altogether. You made it this far, which means you're not average because most men, they quit before they even start. But now you know the truth. Success isn't about goals. It's not about vision boards. It's about winning your mornings every single day. This isn't a routine. It's a weapon to destroy the lazy version of you. Because every time you hit snooze, every time you check your phone first, every time you skip the hard stuff, you're choosing weakness. And weakness has a marathon. Discipline hurts. Waking up early sucks. Cold showers, workouts, silence. They all feel painful. But here's the thing. There are 2 types of pain in life. The pain that builds you and the pain that buries you. You choose. This video isn't meant to hype you. It's meant to cut you open. Because the world doesn't need more men who want success. It needs men who show up when it's hard. Men who do what needs to be done, even when no one's clapping. So don't just watch this. Execute it. Live it. Bleed it. If you still feel lost, if you're still doubting yourself, just know this. You're not broken. You're just undisciplined. And the version of you that's dangerous, he's already inside you. You just haven't met him yet. But if you wake up early tomorrow, if you follow the system, if you keep showing up when it sucks, you'll meet him soon. And when you do, you'll never go back. Don't wait for life to break you. Break your limits before life forces you to. Your new self is waiting. Go get him. Here's what most guys mess up. They win the wake up and lose the next 15 minutes. Why? Because they walk straight into the same trap. Phone, scrolling, chaos. That first 15 minutes, it's the most dangerous window of your day. The second you open social media after waking up, you flood your brain with artificial dopamine. You train your mind to seek stimulation, not direction. And once that's the baseline, you can't focus. You can't work deeply. You can't build discipline. You become addicted to cheap hits instead of long-term gains. Instagram owns your focus. TikTok owns your mind. And you didn't even brush your teeth yet. Here's the difference between winners and weak men. Winners protect their morning like a ritual. They know how I spend my first 15 minutes determines my next 15 hours. They don't start reactive. They don't let other people's voices control their mind. They command the day instead of being consumed by it. And weak men, they check messages. They scroll, they compare, they lose. Let's be tactical now. Here's what to eliminate. 1. No phone. Put it on airplane mode the night before. No texts, no apps, no scroll. 2. No news or notifications. You don't need chaos, fear, or distraction injected into your bloodstream. Not when your brain is still fragile. 3. No talking to anyone. Give yourself space. Silence is power. If you start the day reacting to others, you're not leading your life. You're just following noise. Instead of chaos, do this. Step 1. 3 deep breaths, eyes closed. Not meditation, just presence. Anchor your body, ground your mind. Step 2. Drink a full glass of water. Hydrate before caffeine. Reboot your system. Step 3. Make your bed. Simple act of order. It builds momentum. You already completed your first task. Now stack another. Step 4. Write 3 things. What I'm building. Who I refuse to be. What pain I'm willing to suffer today to win. This is what elite men do. It's not motivation. It's programming. And it builds a bulletproof mind over time. Not because they're weak, but because they never had a plan. Now you do. Don't touch your phone, touch your soul, and command your day before the world steals it. That's how you go from reactive to relentless.